here. In 19, those guys that were here, Mark Williamson, just a bunch of guys that were here that are also part of the foundation of what's going on now, to celebrate with them, for them to come in the locker room and our players look at them and just say, you're as much part of this as anybody because you started it. And very, very appreciative. It's great to win when you're at home and it's your homecoming. And I heard Director Mann told somebody that he guaranteed somebody a win. So I'm just like, I'm glad. I'm good with that now. Oh, but sorry, Mike. Man, man, God is good, and just some of the things that have occurred with this team. We're not trying to go in the half with a deficit, but we keep finding a way to come back and overcome it. And that's a very, very, very good football team. But guys like DT, and it was great to see Ty Hughes come back. It was great to see a bunch of players that have been counted out or may not have been able to play. Rayner, first time he played in a long time, came back, did a great job. So anyway, I'm rambling on because I words can't describe the win, the way we won, who we won against, and the crowd that's out there. We go to the student section all the time now, and so it's all those things, makes it great for our players to experience that kind of love and that kind of noise and that kind of energy. I get to hug President Rowe after every win. I'm gonna keep doing that, So it's awesome. Nice job, Coach Dowling, defensive coordinator. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry, Marty. Yeah, it's huge, Marty, and you're right. Like last week, not to belabor on that, but last week we elected to defer, and the analytics of it says, you gain 1.86 points on that, and at the end of the game, they had to go for a touchdown instead of kicking a field goal because where the score was. Same thing here, that with the safety and things like that, and now they have to go for a touchdown, drive the field. And so not having penalties, that's been a focal point on us. That's a discipline thing, and so far we've been pretty good with that. The turnovers, critically important. We didn't have one a couple games ago, but I think now, I don't know how many games now, maybe 14 of the last, how many games we played now. There's been one game that we didn't have a turnover, but that's all part of it when you give the ball back to the offense. And today, and then you take your shots. Like this guy right here is phenomenal. He's phenomenal. We talk about 50-50. He goes up and he gets it. And this guy right here, he reminds me when I was in high school and the college player, like very tough and aggressive, very emotional, plays emotional, and loves the game. And so sometimes in football, things happen with injuries. He and Stuart Harrington had a chance to play a lot today, and here he is. He's a player of the game. He scored a touchdown a couple weeks ago. So he always finding a way to do things and help this team. And so I love them. Love both of these guys. I'm happy for them because they've demonstrated what demonstrated performance looks like in the classroom, on the field, and in our community here. So.
And if you made any mistakes, it was the two kind of blown coverages on their touchdowns. What did you do to clean that up?
Yeah, their explosive plays were man-to-man coverage issues. I have this guy, and so the mechanics of when you get a signal, make sure you get the signal and not look away, because there may be another signal attached to that. And so we'll make sure we do a better job that when it's communicated what the call is, that there's also a signal saying, look away from us. And so that's teaching, that's coaching, but it's also players understanding, where we are on the field at that time. But that was 2 blown coverages that guys that got the initial call but didn't see the additional parts of what's important. So, we'll get that corrected. But to be able, like I said, to be able to come back and then be resilient, and then just down the stretch, man, defensively they played awesome.
So, question for Coach London. You guys are 4-0 this season at home. Today marks the 3rd time this season where you're trailing going into half, and then you end up going on to win. Is there something about playing at table, or like just playing in front of this crowd, that leads to success, especially in the second half?
No, it's you guys. It's the people that come to the game. It's the people that cheer for the team. It's the noise. It's the students, the professors. These guys, they compete in the classroom like everyone else, and their graduation rate and their GPAs are as high as anybody else. So you talk about being proud about these guys as players with national graduation rates, and you guys, students, coming to see them. We're a part of that. You guys are a part of that. Everybody's a part of that. So we take a lot of pride in being a part of an institution that covers a world-class degree, and be involved in the community and competing on the field, on the courts, in the gym, in the pool, whatever it may be. That's part of the culture. So that's what's neat about this team, this place. And since I've been here, it's been that thing over and over and over again. You look, it's not a halftime speech right now because I almost got into one right there.
Clayton, this one's for you. Can you just break down that 4th down sack? Obviously, huge play, and just like the emotion of sealing a win, especially in homecoming in front of a great crowd today. Can you just break that down for us?
Yep. So we had just had a 3rd down, and we're trying to get after the quarterback, and a big emphasis the entire game because the quarterback had was such a strong runner. We had to do a lot of speed to power on the edge and keep him contained, and we had been struggling with that. So towards the end of the game, I was really trying to focus on compressing the pocket, and then I was able on that 4th down stop to compress it, and then he tried to escape outside and just got off the block. And we had such a great crowd out there today, so that was definitely a motivator for all of us.
Clayton, you guys created a huge amount of havoc in the backfield with secondary today. How are you guys just able to do that?
Yeah, definitely credit to the secondary. I mean, probably. Do we have 4 sacks? Well, 2 or 3 of them were definitely coverage sack, or 3 of them were coverage sacks, where the secondary was doing their job, and we were able to keep on working, like motoring to the quarterback. So.
For Coach. So the man to your right, 2 touchdowns today. He's got quite a few deep ball plays throughout the season. How does it impact your playing calling when you know, hey, he's going to come down consistently with these 50-50 balls?
Yeah, when you have a guy that can go up and get it, I mean, DT, he's got the height, he's got the arm strength, he's got the vertical ability, and sometimes you want to say, listen, you got to stop this guy from catching it, and he's proven time and time again that put me in the game, throw the ball to me, I'll go get it. Had another catch that didn't score, but he was close to down there near the goal line. So, and he's a selfless player too. That's the other thing. Guys are selfless players. They're like, what can I do? What part of the play calling? What can I do to help? The play in of itself. If it means I draw double coverage with a corner and a safety on one side, and we go backside to the other side. So that's his ability and his skill set, and that's his mentality as well. So he's done a fantastic job. Continues to keep doing that, and we're going to need all these plays going down the stretch here. That's. You're in the hunt for a CAA opportunity, so you're going to need everybody.
Deven didn't hit his hand on that ball in the corner of the end zone where you caught it.
Yes. Really, it was just great timing. First of all, I always like to thank God for the ability to play this game, beautiful game of football. But yes, he did hit his hand. It did hit his hand, but I just had to control it with my left hand and just pin it with my right. So basically, it was just I pinned it on his helmet after he tipped it. But after that, it was just glory to God.
And you ranked fourth in the conference in yards per reception. You have two big explosive plays today. I guess what's your mindset when you run downfield route?
My mindset is just when you see ball, get ball. I mean, whoever's the quarterback, it's 6 throwing the ball to me, 8, whoever it is. Once I see that ball, I feel like according to it's 50-50, but to me it's 80-20. I want to go get that, you know.
Okay.
But it's all respect to the DBs, whoever is covering. But that's our game plan. Once we see the ball, I tell the receivers every day. Once we see that ball, we gotta go get it. It's ours. It's just like routes on air. That's how I feel. So we gotta go get it.